friends. Welcome back to another episode of Two Idiot Girls. Ooh. So this week we're moving. Oh no, it's the next week. We're filming this in the past.
No.
Yeah,
We're filming it for the future.
I know, from the past.
I guess.
Anyways, we're both in our new houses at this point. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully, by the time this goes out, you will have won a streamy.
Did I win, guys?
Tell us the good news. I want to know. What do you think?
Shoot it to me straight, Doc. Did I win?
You're a winner in our hearts. That's what I'll tell you.
I'm just fired up to be going. Don't know
Me
if
too.
I'm going to win. It's okay if I don't. Have no expectation otherwise.
I'm just here for a good time.
Yeah. And I presented an award.
Yep. You did so good. I can feel
at
it.
the Streamies.
By yourself?
I really hope so. I don't know if I'm by myself, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
Was I?
Who else
Did I
is
look good?
nominated against you?
In my category?
Yeah.
Keith Lee,
Oh, fun. Okay.
Dylan Mulvaney,
Fun.
Alex Earl.
Yes.
And
Octopussy.
Octopussy.
I think his
Jake.
name's Jake. Yeah. Cute. What a fun little category.
Very strong category.
I know. Stakes
So.
are high.
May the best man win.
How are you doing this week? You said your tummy hurts. What's going on?
Yeah, my tummy hurts right now.
Do you need a
Don't
nice
know.
cold one and a little nap on your left side?
I have no Perrier in my house right now. That's not good. I honestly don't know why. All I ate yesterday was really just groceries that I had bought.
That's
Look
why.
what happens when I eat at home. That's why I have to DoorDash every meal. Look what happens when I eat at home.
You see?
Nothing good comes of it.
Dude, my heartburn has been crazy because I'm so stressed about moving. And there's literally no reason to be stressed.
Moving in general sucks. Moving sucks.
I know. I was telling Joe, I was telling him, like, it sucks because it's supposed to be so exciting and fun. And you're supposed to be, like, super, like, I can't wait. And it's, like, the worst thing in the world.
And you're literally not excited until like week 6 of you living there.
You're like, we moved.
Then you're excited. Like I moved a few weeks ago and I'm so happy to be in the new house. But like every room in this house is unpacked and decorated pretty except my bedroom.
Yeah.
Which is so frustrating. And thankfully I have like wonderful assistant who helped me undo a lot of the boxes in there. Like there's like 90% of them are gone.
Like, the ones in your office, when I was putting them in there, I was like, this sucks.
Oh my God, I know.
There's, like, just mountains of PR and
Thank God for Bella.
work stuff. I know.
I have the best assistant. Thank God for her, which helps a lot. So, but that's another thing too, is like I've moved plenty of times with no money and no help. And now that I have the opportunity to have help, I'm going to take advantage of
Makes
it.
a world of a difference.
That's one of the biggest, like, makes a huge difference.
I'm gonna, as soon
And yet it
as
still requires so much of you. Even when you hire people to help, it still is like a huge task.
yeah,
It's
I was gonna
exhausting.
say, like, as soon as I'm done unpacking, I'm gonna decorate for Halloween.
That's fun.
It feels like it's time.
I never decorate for Halloween until after my birthday. It's
What?
not Halloween until after my birthday.
No.
It's true. It's not Halloween until after my birthday. It's going into fall.
Okay.
Also, I feel like there was no summer either.
It felt like I've just been living in a never-ending summer,
The summer you turned
and I
pretty.
didn't turn pretty at all. I was just,
And I, in fact, did not turn
and I,
pretty.
in fact, didn't turn pretty. I did finish that book though last night. I read it in less than a day.
Which one? The first one?
The first one. I'm starting the second one on a Kindle. I'm not joking, you guys. I could read at the speed of light. I saw this guy that said buying a Kindle is the worst thing that ever happened to me because there's like a little percentage in the corner. He goes, and I literally erase it as if it's not me reading. He goes, 5%? Oh yeah, beat this. He goes, and then it's been 2 hours and I'm at 56%. That's crazy.
56. Oh, like
The book, yeah.
Of the book.
So like I saw that it said I had like 82%. I was like, oh my gosh, okay, I'm almost done. I literally read the book in less than 24 hours. And then
that was me.
I got to the last page, like, okay, done, because the rest of it is like a preview of the next book.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I would have read way faster had I known I only had to get to 82%.
Do you remember at the beginning of the season in the first episode where she's like dreaming and she has that dream like
Yeah, that was
He's, like,
in
shaking.
the second book. Yeah, it's pretty crazy how many
To a
parallels
T.
are in there. And then there's a lot of stories that are in the first one that they
or
put in
the
season
second one?
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the debutante thing was not in the first book, like, at all.
Not at all.
What? writers, pay them what they're worth. That's all I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
What was I gonna say about like? Oh, when you said that's the worst thing that's ever happened to me, the Kindle.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about my weed pen. I was like, uh-oh. Now it's an essential. Now it has to go everywhere with me. You know what's so funny too is I told my friend Chris Clemens, I had texted him. I forget. No, I didn't text him. No, wait, we were in person when we were talking about it. And I told him, hey, I got a weed pen for the first time, like a dab pen. And he was like, good luck doing anything without it for the rest of your life. And I was like, what are you talking about, girl? You're crazy. And he was like, no, dude, like it's just so convenient. Like you don't even have to leave your bed. Like you can just lay there. And I was like, really?
It's the same like if you switch from cigarettes to vaping. Like, yeah.
It's just too accessible.
Yeah.
It's too easy now. And then he's like, he was saying like, I have one in my purse. I have one in my car. I have one in my backpack, one in my house, one in my bedside drawer. And I was like, you're crazy. He was right. He was right.
I got this new one called Kinda High. It's perfect.
Yeah. I just like what a godsend that has been. But anywho, yep. That's how I feel. You feel that about your Kindle? I feel that about my pen.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any other Zoomies you want to get out? Oh, this morning we did a Discord chat.
Oh yeah,
Is that what you call
yeah.
it? Like a Q&A?
Yes,
With members of the Patreon. It was so cute.
And again, this is being filmed in the past. So today we did a Discord Q&A with all of our Patreon members, which was so fun and so awesome and so hilarious. And also, just so everyone knows too, like the Patreon is by no means a requirement. Of course it's not. We want you guys to consume the show in whatever means is appropriate and capable for you guys. So whatever you're capable of doing and you want to do, please feel free. The Patreon is not something that we're requiring for anyone to do by any means, or that we want to force you to do. It's just in case you guys want some extra fun stuff, extra fun content. We want to be able to put it out there for you. So that's what the Patreon allows us to do. But don't feel pressured to do it if you don't want to do it. But if you do it, it's going to be worth it.
It's going to be really
awesome.
fun. Yeah. We did a Q&A and it was really funny.
Yeah. And the show is still available for free on YouTube and all streaming platforms. So don't worry about that. That won't be changing anytime soon.
No.
So
a couple of things that will be changing soon. I am going to decorate in here one day.
Allegedly.
And we're going to switch to a camera. I just bought a camera.
Oh, yeah.
If
We're
you
going
didn't
up
know,
in quality.
Yeah, if you didn't know Two Idiot Girls, the video part is filmed on my phone.
And they probably did know that.
Don't say that. It'll hurt my feelings. I didn't turn pretty this summer. I don't need to hear that right now.
Add it to the list.
To the list.
Okay, so for this week's episode and next week's episode, we wanted to do a special one just to thank all of the people who did subscribe to the Patreon, because it's very, very exciting. And we had a really, really successful launch of Patreon, which we're so happy about and so grateful for. And like we said, the show is still free. It's still available for everyone. And by no means do you need to feel forced to join the Patreon. But for those of you guys who did join, we wanted to say a big thank you. So we asked them what they wanted our topic to be for this next couple episodes. And the topic they chose, which was
What is your college horror stories?
College horror stories.
Not horror.
That's me. Just kidding.
Just to clarify.
But this is by no means something we're going to do all the time. This is just something special that we wanted to do to thank all of our Patreon subscribers.
Especially because we just launched it a couple weeks ago.
And we just launched it. So this is just our big thank you to them. But that being said, we will go back to regular scheduled programming where everyone gets to submit their submissions, right?
And their ideas,
Yeah, their ideas and everything, your stories. We'll go back to regular scheduled programming after these next couple episodes. But this is just a special thank you one.
Yeah.
And I think y'all will enjoy it anyways.
I think so. Because we're going to tell our college horror stories.
Well, and then all of us, if we're being honest, this show is a dictatorship most of the times. We pick the topic and then we tell you what to tell us.
Yeah.
So this time we let y'all pick it, specifically Patreon members, because we're so thankful that they subscribe to us, which allows us to do, it gives us the opportunity to create more content for you guys and give you guys more behind the scenes looks at everything that we have going on with Two Idiot Girls. So we're very excited to do this new topic, and thank you so much to all of our Patreon members, and thank you all to all of you, even if you're not in the Patreon.
I know we appreciate all of you.
We love you all the same, and you're all just as special to all of us. So that's our topic for this week and next week. So strap in, buddy.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I think, okay, I have so many more than you, like college horror stories.
In what way?
I just think like the most, and I think this is just because who I am as a person, the most like bizarre things happened to me while I was in college.
I think it depends on what you mean by bizarre.
Okay,
because I have tons of ridiculous stories.
Yeah. I'm not saying I have, like, I just think my stories, like, they hurt my feelings more.
I mean, yeah, you probably got me there. I don't have a lot of those. I have a lot of like ridiculous stories.
Yeah. Okay.
Like,
so the first one I thought of was when I had to go to orientation. I went to University of Oregon, SCOTUX. You had to go to orientation before school started. And I ended up working in that program for the last 2 years I was at school. But anyways, this girl I was rooming with, I met her that night. She was really nice. And I was so nervous because I hated making new friends.
Yeah.
And especially because Drew wasn't there. And so I begged my mom to let me stay in her room with my dad, and she said no. So I had to stay in that room with that girl. She was really nice. And she was like standing at the foot of her bed, because our beds were like on opposite walls, facing the window, like talking to me. And I was looking at my phone. And she went, you know what I mean? Like turned around and looked at me and said that. And as I looked up at her, she had no bra and no shirt on because she was changing into her pajamas. I met her 30 seconds before that conversation.
Yep.
And I was gobsmacked, if you will.
Yeah.
And then she told me, yeah, okay, so she did that. And I forgave her, even though I didn't want to, because I didn't know we were like that, right? And then that night she told me, hey, tomorrow we should walk down together. And I was like so excited. I was like, okay. And I woke up super early to go take a shower so I could get ready and stuff. I came back in the room. This is at like 7 a.m. She ditched me, literally left. And then I called my mom crying. So I was like, I tried to make her friend, look what happened to me. I don't want to go to school anymore. And then my mom told me, come downstairs. I bought you a sandwich and coffee. And I went down there and I was already crying. It hasn't even started yet. And I'm already crying.
Yeah, see, that's all Dace.
That's my college horror story.
That's got Dace written all over it.
And then they had like a poker night or some sort of like casino night, like event. And my mom made me go, even though I didn't want to. And then I went and I stayed there.
And by the way, when she says make her go, my mom is pushing
She's encouraging me. No, I know.
She's pushing her to, because if she gives her the option, she's not going to mingle with anybody. She's not going to make any friends. She's going to isolate. She's going to like stay away from everybody. So my mom like literally has to like force her to like interact with other kids her age.
And then I went and she told me to make 3 friends. And I only talked to one person and I made up the other 2 people that I talked to. And my mom knew I did. She was like, did you really meet them? And I went, yeah. And then I asked her if I could move my stuff in her room and she let me.
I told you, it's like Daison's like shyness like was consistent all throughout when we were kids.
Yeah.
Obviously it got better when we were adults.
Like I was thinking of this girl that bullied me in high school, my freshman year.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about how I was like, why didn't that happen the rest of the time? Because Drew was there.
Because I was there. That's literally why. That was the one year she caught me slipping because I was in
Drew
8th
was
grade.
Not there. Yeah.
Because I was 12.
Anyways,
so that wouldn't have mattered. But even then, that's why it didn't happen at middle school.
Yeah.
Because we went to middle school together. I know. I thought about that too. You told me about that when we were in high school. And I said, and what did you say? And you were like, nothing. And I was like,
because I was overhearing what you were saying about me.
I was like, Daisy, you have to say something.
My therapist told me, because I told him how I always think people think I'm annoying and weird.
Yeah.
And then he said, has anyone ever told you that? And I'm like, no. And
I
then,
have.
And then you don't count. And then,
just kidding. I mean, that's your very first one, yeah.
That's one of many.
That's one of your very first ones, though. Like, because
that is like the first one. Yeah.
That is the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
I did go when Dace actually did move to Oregon. Like we did go up together. Our whole family went up. We drove 17 hours
in a minivan.
It was really fun
until
in
it
the
wasn't.
beginning. in the beginning. Towards the end, it got real Lord of the Flies pretty quickly.
And by that, it was just us versus Donovan.
It was me versus all of you. You were all my ops at that point. It was pretty bad.
We watched like so many movies going up there. That's what National Lampoon Christmas Vacation reminds me of, is when we were moving me up there because we watched that one.
We watched so many different movies and stuff. But anyways, when we got to the campus, we like took like a tour. We like moved you in. I remember one night you and I just walked around.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Because I didn't want to stay. I wanted to go hang out with my family at the hotel. And my mom was like, you guys are going to have fun. So your sister's going with you. And Drew was like, come on, college girl. And they had like I thought it was a club rush. But it was just fraternity sorority life.
They were rushing, but it was just for Greek.
Yeah,
Greek
for Greek life, which I didn't know. And so we walk up and Drew's
walked to a lot of the booths.
But I remember we walked up to one, like the very first one, and she said, there's plenty of other sororities you can join, when she was looking at me. And then she was asking you what your thoughts were. And Drew was like, I'm in high school. My sister's a freshman.
I was like 17 at the time.
And that girl said that to me. I was so
I was
embarrassed.
16 because I didn't turn 17 until I started my senior year.
Yeah. Anyways, that's another horse ray. And then
What's the horse story?
that girl fucking profiled me as an uggo. She said, there's plenty of other places you can join, but you got it.
Like the movie Sydney White, and they're like, that's the vortex. Daison's acting like they were like, get to the vortex, you fucking freak.
I was in Omega, whatever, in Monsters University.
It was Macappa. We're okay.
Literally.
We're okay.
She might as well have pointed me to that house.
I was Omega Roar.
That's what she acted. And it was rude. And
she asked me and I was like, nah. And we just kept walking.
She was like, what kind of free stuff you guys got?
Yeah, I was like, I thought you guys had like free things. And then she was like, oh no, we're rushing for groups.
And she just walked away.
I was like, nah. And we just walked away. And we had a good time.
Yeah.
And I remember that your marching band was playing a lot of music. And I remember I was telling Dace, I'm like, dude, you're going to have so much fucking fun. Like I was telling her, I'm jealous. I wish I could go.
She's doing that minimal.
Yeah, and Daison was like, meanwhile, she wanted to Freaky Friday with me so she could stay at home and stay in high school.
Forever.
Not even in high school, just stay at home.
Yeah, I don't even want to go to high school. I just want to stay home.
That was fun, though. Dropping you off, though, was fun.
It was really fun.
It was a good time.
Dropping you off was really fun, too.
Yeah, because it's just a big vacation. Yeah. But like when I got dropped off at school, they stayed for like 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah. So the first week she moved in and the second week was her first week of school.
Yeah. And you guys were just partying while I was at school. But we had two very different like approaches. Like my sister was so sad when everybody left. And I was sad too, but I was just really excited. Like I couldn't fucking wait.
Yeah.
To like live on my own and go to college and go to school.
I wasn't like that at all. I was like,
I wasn't like that at all. No, he said that.
I was like, why do you guys hate me?
Yeah, Deison was like, I could just go to school like nearby. My mom was like, nope, because she wanted us to kind of like experience life away from each other and away from them too.
Yeah.
Which was really nice. But we had like so much fucking fun though in school. Like we had a blast in college. Lots of crazy shit. Lots of random shit.
Yeah. I've told you guys the taxi cab story, right? Where I'm taking a cab to the airport. And that guy was like, cover your eyes so he could mace a drunk guy when he could just drive away. It's 3 a.m. No one else is on the road.
Yep.
Pretty crazy, if you ask me.
One time I was going home, I think for Christmas break. And I always went home way earlier than everybody else because my mom would buy my ticket the week of finals week. So I would like have to talk to all my professors, take all my finals early, and then I would go home early. Mm-hmm. And I remember I was like, I had one final that she just would not move the time. So I finished my final and then I went home and I was like, fuck, I have to go to the airport. Like I literally have to leave now.
Yeah.
And I just packed like a duffel bag because I was trying to rush. And I was like trying to call a car, but they were taking forever. So my friend Natasha was like, I'll take you to the airport. And I'm like, you don't have a car. And she's like, I have my bike. My friend had one of my best friends in college. She literally had like a little Ninja, like a crotch rocket. It's just the tiniest little sports bike. And she's like, I'll just take you myself. I'm like, are you sure? She's like, yeah. And she goes, make sure you wear sunglasses. And she made me wear her helmet. And so I put it on and I had my duffel bag and it was hanging off. And I'm like, I just want you to imagine, like, you know, like in Madagascar when Melman is sticking out the top of the subway. That was me on her bike with my big duffel bag on and my backpack and my purse. And I was like I'm so scared.
Stupid.
Like, cause she drove me on the fucking freeway and she got me there in 25 minutes.
Yeah.
So that I could make my flights. She drove me right to the entrance, even though they were like, you can't drive in here. She just drove right past them.
Really?
Yeah.
Through the airport? She drove you up to TSA?
Yeah, she drove me literally up. Yeah, literally. She drove me up arrivals and everything. And they were like, no.
Arrivals, not even departures?
Or departures, sorry.
Departures they don't let motorcycles up there.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. Because it's like, where are you going to put it? Like, you're supposed to park.
Yeah.
No, she was like just past them.
She was like jumping.
Yeah.
Like GTA, like jumping around.
That's not really a horror story, but I just remembered that right now. Like, she drove me in there and I was like,
no, when my mom let Drew buy a Vespa, is that what you call it?
a moped.
A moped?
Yup.
Drew took one picture with the helmet to send to my mom that she never wore. I literally text her because she sent in our group chat the picture where I sent her. I text her separate. And I was like, you're literally never going to wear that, huh?
That's neither here nor there.
You didn't wear it, right?
Who's to
still
say? Who's to say? There were no cameras back then. I'm just kidding.
It was 2015.
It was 2016. Oh, I rode that bitch till the wheels fell out. I loved my moped. I was really, really afraid to drive it at first, though. And I was living off campus for the first year of my senior year. And I remember there was like a shuttle that picked up, like, if I just walked down the street 5 minutes and turned the corner, there was a shuttle that picked up. But because I'm eternally late to literally fucking everything in life, I would miss the shuttle and then I'd be like, fuck. And then I remember my friend Natasha, again, she was like, you have to drive your moped, dude. Just drive it. Because you could literally drive it on campus right in front of my class.
That's insane.
So it's insane.
Do people not get into accidents? Like on your campus, like running people over?
Mopeds?
Yeah.
Yeah, people get in accidents all the time. But like, we just have so many areas where you can park your moped, like all over campus. And like, there are a lot of hills on that campus too. So it's like also easier to drive if you're going up a hill. It's easier than walking.
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
And then I remember she forced me to drive. My friend Natasha, she's like, I'm going to meet you. We went to Queens, right? Which is in Waikiki. And I was like, oh, I'll meet you there. I said, oh, are you going to come pick me up? She goes, no, you can meet me there. And I was like, I can't. Because they had already taught me how to ride it. So I knew how to ride it. And she was like, you can and you will. Like, you need to start practicing riding it. So I drove to the beach by myself for the first time. I was so scared. And then I got there and then I was like, oh, period. And then I just drove it everywhere. To the store, to Walmart, to Sephora.
McDonald's.
To McDonald's. Yep. I'll drive it there and I'd park it and then I'd get out and go order my 20-piece. And then I would literally put it in my seat and close my seat and I'd sit on it, drive home. And I remember too, the first time
when that guy asked to bring you McDonald's that one time, did you ask for a 20-piece?
No, he brought me breakfast.
Oh, okay.
It was breakfast.
Which is what? Is a bacon?
2 bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits.
Okay.
And 2 hash browns. And then an orange juice. Yep. And it was the same McDonald's down the street from my house. It was literally half a block away.
That's so funny.
Dude, the fucking mopeds. Ooh. And I remember for Christmas that year, my parents got me like wireless Beats headphones. I used to listen to like with cord headphones, and I would just put my phone in the thing, so my cord would be like this. And I remember I was like, oh, these are perfect for my moped because then I don't have to like worry about the cord.
And she was like, how are you wearing those with
the
helmet?
My mom goes, you drive while listening to music? And I was like, no, I don't do that. Who does that?
No, I'm sorry. My friend, I'm going to tell her these would be great to wear while you're riding
if
your
I could
moped.
imagine what it would be like listening to music,
these would be great.
I would assume these would be great, but I won't. I won't know for sure.
Not me.
I loved that moped.
I'm trying to think if I have other ones.
You always know, this is such a funny, like, if you're a UH or a local girl and like you know a lot about UH, This is like a hilarious joke, but you always know when like white women from like beach towns like Laguna or like Newport, like they move to Hawaii and they get a moped because they always get the exact same moped.
Can I guess the color?
Yeah.
Is it like a teal or?
No, you're close though. It's in that.
Like a baby blue?
Close. It's like a pale yellow. Like an Easter egg yellow, and it's like a roadster. Like it looks like one that like Stuart Little would drive.
Does it look like the one my scene doll had?
Yes, okay. Yes. It looks like that. Well, no, that's a Vespa.
Oh, okay.
That was a Vespa. That looked more like mine.
Okay.
No, they look like little roadsters. Like they have like a big light on the front.
Oh, okay,
It's circular.
Yeah.
It looks very like a Smeg fridge.
It looks like cartoony. Yeah.
Yeah, like it looks like old school. That's the exact, that pale yellow one with a white stripe. That's the exact one they all get. Every rich white girl from a beach town that goes to UH, she gets that exact moped.
That's crazy.
They never get any other color. It's always white or that pale yellow. Or baby blue. I've seen a couple baby blue.
Yeah,
ones,
I was just thinking that like mint teal.
Yeah, but that pale yellow, like Easter egg yellow one. Mine was black, chipped, and was missing a mirror.
It's because you didn't wear your helmet.
Only had one mirror.
The way you took a picture with it and then you just took it.
I did wear it. To be fair
trash.
to me, I did wear it a few times.
But you said you couldn't because it was so hot, right?
Yeah, I would pass out because it was so tight on my head and it was so fucking hot. And also I had nowhere to put it. The thing was like this tall.
You carry it in class like a motorcycle.
Yeah,
guy.
yeah. And I refused to do that. And if I left it on my moped, it would get stolen.
Yeah.
So I put it in my seat and I closed the seat. And I would like have to like really sit on it to close it. And then it broke my seat because it was too big. And I was like, dude, fuck this thing. And I left it at home.
I remember.
And then I sold it.
Nice.
On Craigslist. I sold it for $70. And I was like, woohoo.
Stupid. I was gonna say one time, like, because when I started riding my bike at school before I got hit by a car, I didn't grow up riding my bike places, so I didn't know how to lock it up.
Yeah.
So many times I come out of class and grab my bike and it wouldn't be locked properly because I put the lock, because I had a U-lock.
Yeah.
I put it on the thing, but not on the bike. And I was like, I can't believe no one stole my bike. And I told my friend that. She goes, no one wants that fucking bike. And I was like, okay.
Okay.
I just feel like you didn't have to say that to me.
I literally had like a chain padlock lock for my moped. And fun fact, you have to put it on the back tire because the front tire, you can pop it up and take it off. So like it's easier to steal if you put it, if you lock it up on the front. So if the bike rack's in the back like that, you have to go like this, and then you have to walk it backwards.
So embarrassing.
Like that. You lock it up and then you lock it with a chain. And I had like my house keys and stuff on there, and that was like, that's how I did it. That's how
like people in my school would ride like nice like mountain bikes, I'm assuming, and they would take their seats off and take them in class because people would steal them.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I was already missing. See, like mine looking like shit played a good role for me because then it never got stolen.
Yeah, like you guys have to throw it on the ground and then people won't want it anymore.
Everyone's like, well, someone clearly already fucked that one up. And it was missing a mirror because I bought it off my friend, and when she had it, someone stole a mirror.
That's weird.
I don't.
Just one.
They just took that. Well, they're like, well, my left one got stolen, so I have to steal another left.
An eye for an eye.
Yeah. I loved it though. It's so scary though driving next to cars because you can hear everything.
No, I know.
Which you don't hear when you're in a car.
Yeah,
but it was fun. It was a good time, and it was so convenient. Like it made such a difference. I could be as late as I wanted, and it didn't matter
because it's so small. It's not like a car where you have to find parking.
Exactly, and I could drive it literally right on campus, and then back it up, lock it, and then walk to my class. And then I even like I would drive it to work sometimes because there's like an upper and a lower campus, and I would drive it like if I was covering basketball or volleyball, I'd have to go down to the lower campus. So I would drive my moped onto the campus down there, and then I would park it and I would lock it up. And I remember there was one time I finished working men's basketball and I was leaving and I parked behind the like gym where they all walk out. And one of my buddies was a basketball player, and he saw me. He's like, "Hey, where are you going?" I was like, "Oh, I'm going to my friend's house because like she was like having people over, and I finished work, so I was like, oh, I was just gonna go up there to hers." And he's like, "Oh, me too." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And he's like, "Let me get a ride." And I was like, "The two of us?" And he's like, "Yeah." I'm like, okay.
Two Melmans on one bike.
And I'm not kidding. This is not a joke. He was 6'8". Like, that's not a joke. And I'm big too. Yeah. And I was like, I mean, I could try, because on the lower campus, there was a really steep hill that took you to the apartments, and that's where it was. So he's like, come on. Like, let me just get on. And I was like, dude, all right. So I got on and then on the hill, it was going like this. It was like,
You should just walk.
no. And then when I got it, like, I'm not even kidding. We tried the hill for like 2 minutes. It's going up. It's just going at 0.2 speed. And then he goes, I think I'm just going to get off. And then I go, now? Because now I have to like stand and like hold it with like all my weight. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm at an angle. Yeah. And I'm like, you bail now? Like, what the fuck? If you get off, I'm just going to fly backwards. You know what I'm saying? And then I go, okay, hold on. I was like, don't put your feet down yet. And I turned it off and then I let it roll back. And then I was like, all right, get off. And then he got off. And then I just went, zzz. I was like, I'll see you there. See you there. And I went right up there. And that was the only humiliating part about those mopeds is like going up hills.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because they're so like, they move.
That's what I was riding a bike. Like when people stand up, I'm like, I just get off and walk it. No shame.
I know my limits.
Yeah. I'm not trying to do
I know
all
what
that.
I'm about.
Literally, I'm not trying to do all that.
Who am I trying to impress?
Like when I lived on campus and I would ride my bike, it was so much faster than walking. But then I'd have to like, it's kind of how I feel about my car now. Like parking my car in my garage, parking backwards is so scary. It's the same.
I'm used to parking backwards.
So parking
now.
my bike, I'm like, I would always have so much anxiety because I'm like, I hope I'm able to do it.
I'm like such a planner that I rode my moped so many times that I knew exactly what my best place to park my moped was.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I was like, okay, I know exactly where I'm going to go.
No, this was my freshman year. My dad would ask me every day, have you ridden your bike yet? I'm like, nope. I would ride it to rugby practice. That was really fun because I'd get there really fast.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry guys. We had so many Zoomies and we wanted to share our college
What
horror
else
stories.
is new? I don't care.
I wanted to share my stories. Okay, so this first one's from Mason. He is a patron and he said, he's one of the idiot friends. He said, my college horror story is that a professor that works at the college I go to has a massive crush on my dad. Every time I see her or if any of my family members see her, the first thing she asks is, how's my dad doing and why isn't he with us? It's to the point where my mom just asks if she could sell my dad to her. She's a short, older white lady with big glasses.
Oh, okay. So it's endearing. It's not. Is it? I can't tell.
I can't tell either.
Is it? I mean, if she's old, then it's kind of like,
Maybe
it's
okay.
Yeah. You know what I mean? But if like she was young or like younger, like middle-aged or younger, then it would be annoying.
At least your mom can laugh at it because she's like, whatever.
Because she's old.
Maybe they
I'm
all
assuming.
work at the college or something, and that's why she knows who his dad is.
I doubt it. Maybe she's just seen him. Like maybe he's brought him to stuff. Like,
but he said every time I see her or if any of my family members see her, that's the first thing she asks.
I mean, maybe they all go to the same school.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe the dad is also a professor at the school or something like that. I don't know. That's funny. Okay, this next one's from Ashley. She said, when I was a freshman in college, I shared a dorm with this girl. She was really nice and we never ran into any problems. Towards the end of the year, I noticed that my clothes started to go missing, specifically my underwear. Ew. Turns out she was taking them without asking. Even if she did, that's a hard no. I confronted her about it and she said, sorry, I just didn't want to do my laundry. I asked her to replace everything and all she gave me was a $10 gift card to Victoria's Secret and it still haunts me to this day.
Oh my God.
You had a roommate like that would loot from you?
Not my fucking chonies.
I would have a nervous breakdown if I realized
First of all, she was so small, my chonies would have been a parachute on her. Second of all, like that is so... the fact that she was like, you got me.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to wash my own underwear. So you're using mine? And is she putting them in your hamper?
For you to wash.
For you to wash after her coochie's been in
She
there?
just like never has any dirty clothes and it's because she's wearing all of yours.
Or she does and then yours start piling up and you're like,
No,
wait
that's what
a
I'm saying.
second.
Like she doesn't have any because she's wearing all her clothes.
Oh my, I would freak the fuck out. I'm not even kidding. I would be irate if I found out. Like, yeah, like I've told y'all I had a roommate that was like looting from me too. Or she was overstaying her welcome or taking advantage of my kindness, my generosity. But like that was just like food and drink kind of thing. You know what I mean? It was not.
No, it wasn't
my
stuff like
personal underwear. Oh my God. That would freak me the fuck out. I would get very mad. Like I would have to like be very angry about that. Like I would need the space to be
I just
angry.
think it's funny when like you have problems like that when you're living in the dorms. Like you have to involve your RA who goes through like pretty extensive like mediation training. And I just can't even imagine the stories they have to listen to.
RAs are like, I feel so bad for them. Dude, I had an RA. Hold on. I have like such. Okay, so you know how every floor when you're on like in those dorms, like sometimes they make them themes and each one is different.
Sure. Okay.
Like the RAs like all on that floor will all get together. There's like a main one and then all the other ones, and then they'll like decorate and they'll try and mobilize you guys to hang out and shit like that.
Okay.
Okay, so when I was a sophomore, I moved into a different dorm, and these were brand new dorms, which was really nice because they had air conditioning, which is fucking rare and never happens in Hawaii.
They had like a shower and bathroom in their room.
Yeah, in our rooms.
It was like a little hotel.
We, honest to God, got lucky because you have to pay extra for that shit. But we lotteried and we all got put in there, me and my friends. But I was pissed off because they all got each other, and I was supposed to be
you got the looter.
I was supposed to be the fourth person, but they put someone else in there, and then they put me with another girl, who was looting my stuff, and then we all lived on the same floor though, which was nice. So we all lived around the corner from each other. So anyways, I remember our theme on our floor was Scooby-Doo, right? So there was lots of Scooby-Doo things everywhere.
That's so cute.
Yeah, so they
mystery machine.
Yeah, they like cut out all these cutouts and they put them everywhere. Anyways, so like my second or third night there, like we're getting lit, like we're having fun, we're drinking in the dorms and shit, and you're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Don't do that. I mean, anyways. And so my friends and I, we were all hanging out. Well, first we went to a party. We came back home. We were like drinking and stuff in the rooms. And then the RA came, the main one.
Yeah.
And I remember it was a man.
There's like a lead one. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's a grad student. So he's significantly older than us.
Yeah.
Like we're like 19, 20, and he's like 25.
Yeah.
And so he comes, and I remember he was so short. He was like 5'2". And he came in and he was like, he was trying to lay down the hammer, but he saw that there's a bunch of women that he's attracted to. And then he just fuck it. He basically was like, without saying, he was like, I won't say anything or write you guys up if you let me join the party. So we like let him, because we were like, all right, fuck it. Right. And at the time I had a lot of other men in my room. Like we were having like a little after party. Right. So there's a bunch of like football players in my room and all this shit, and all these people are over. And then he comes to crash the party, but then he was like, hey, if you let me hang out, I won't say anything, kind of thing. We're like, all right, fucking freak. Mm-hmm. So we did it. We let him hang out and he didn't rat us out. But then that night we got so drunk, and I slept in my room with my like couple of my friends. And then my other girlfriends went back to their room right around the corner. And the next morning we wake up, I ditch everyone in there. I go to the other room so we can get the download. You know, like the next morning, like, I'll talk about what happened last night. I go in there, and when I walk in their room, it's like, there's like a little hallway, there's a little kitchenette, the bathroom, and then there's 4 separate rooms with doors. On my friend's wall, like in the hallway, was a giant mystery machine cutout that was in the actual hallway, but she took it off the wall and brought it in here, and she put it in her room. And when I saw it, I go, what the fuck I said, dude, where did you get that? She goes, I saw it on the way. Isn't it so cute? This is my friend Natasha.
Yeah, I already knew who
she's decorating by by
stealing.
Yeah. So then I go, and the guy's name was Juan.
Okay.
The guy, the RA. And I said, did
she
Juan
like him?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nobody did.
Oh, okay.
Because he was a weirdo. But we let him do it so he wouldn't tell us. So then we were like, Juan, like, I was like, dude, does Juan know you took that? And she goes, he won't care. He was having so much fun. Bitch, when I tell you, he came back to that room every night for like 2 weeks and goes, who took the mystery machine? Like, he was like demanding to know who took
it.
Yeah, and he literally sent out an email to everyone on that floor and was like, whoever took the mystery machine, I want it back in the hallway. By this time, and he knew it was us, and I wasn't there when they took it, so like I don't know anything about it.
He's like blind copying all of you, but he's just sending it to you guys. Yeah. He's acting like it's the whole hall.
So like he came back to that room every night, and they have no right to come in the room unless they see paraphernalia,
or they hear, or someone tells them. Yeah.
And so like he came back every night and was like, did you guys take it? I won't be mad. Just tell me if you took it. And my friend was like, I haven't seen it. It was like she did it out of spite, because she was like, this guy was like, he was hooting and bitches were mumbling and cackling with us in the room, and now you want to act like an RA. And then it was like out of spite, she kept it, because I kept telling her, dude, just put it back. And she's like, they have cameras in the hallway. I'm not fucking putting it back. And she's like, they're gonna see me. And I was all, if they had cameras in the hallway, they would have already seen you take it, which they didn't.
That's why living in the dorms was so stupid, because they would do stuff like that and then everyone would get punished.
I know.
And then I'd be like, well, like, okay, that's dumb to punish everyone, right? But like, if someone throws up in the hallway, we're all gonna they're gonna take like a $500 bill and split it amongst 50 kids.
No,
it's ridiculous.
Absolutely not.
Stop.
And someone he came to my room one night. This is like a week or two after, and he's like, "Be honest with me. Did one of you take it?" And I go, "Take what?"
He's so level with me, please.
The mystery machine. And I go, "I haven't seen it. I don't know anything about it."
I know you have it.
And he goes, "I know one of you took it." And I go, "Well, it's clearly not me, because you can see inside my room." And I was like, I think this conversation's over. So that's the extent of my knowledge, because I ain't no rat fucker.
I'm no rat fuck.
I'm no rat fucker.
Dude, that's funny. I was gonna say my senior year was like obviously my worst year of school, and my roommates all played rugby except for me. I didn't play that year. Yeah. So they would have parties at the house without asking me if I'm okay with it. And it used to piss me off. I'm like, I don't care. Nice. That's fine. Because they're rugby parties. That's fine. One time they had like a tournament or something. So they had told me, because I told them a bunch of times, like, if you're gonna have people stay at the house, you have to tell me or like let me know. Okay. So they told me, oh yeah, we're having a tournament. Some of the teams are gonna stay downstairs. I'm like, that's fine, because I lived upstairs. They're like, okay. In the morning, I wake up because someone's knocking on my door, and I open it, and it's a referee who they hired to referee the tournament. He's like in his 40s. So I'm looking at him.
It's so disgusting.
It's like Sunday morning at like probably 9 a.m. And he goes, hey, I was crashing downstairs. I'm like, why are you telling me this? Yeah. And then he was like, oh, I wanted to know, like so-and-so, your roommate told me I could stay here. I'm like, okay, what does that have to do with me? He's like, well, she's not here. They all went to breakfast. I'm all, okay. And he's like, do you think I can get a ride? I'm all, from who? And he was looking at me.
I'm sorry, are we at the train station? He goes, get the fuck out of my face.
He goes, my car's at the field. I go, okay.
If you say one more word, I'm going to call the cops.
And then he goes, oh, so-and-so, one of my roommates, she told me she'd give me a ride, but she's not here. She's not answering her phone. I'm all, sounds like you got to call an Uber, man.
Sounds like a personal problem.
And then he goes, and then I closed the door and I'm like pissed, because I'm like, what the fuck? And then he knocked on my door again and I opened the door. This guy's like in his 40s. I'm like 21. And then he goes, do you mind if I like take a shower? And I'm all, anything else?
Yeah, do you want some linens and some fresh? Do you want a pipe and some slippers?
Can you
believe the fuck out of my face?
I told him, yeah.
Does this look like a B&B to you?
I was so mad. I go, yeah, but use that bathroom. I didn't mean to use my roommate's bathroom. I'm gonna use your towels, use whatever you want. So it's pissed,
dude. Get away from me. So annoying. Get away from my door immediately.
Then I go downstairs. I go to because we had 2 fridges in the house, because there's like 6 girls living there.
Yeah, I remember.
And I separated my food from everyone's, because they would always try to eat it, and it made me mad because they would never replace it. Yeah. They would use my underwear and then give me a $5 Victoria's Secret card too. Yeah. So I go out there and I see that a bunch of beer I had on top of my fridge in the garage were empty and on the ground. Yeah. Then I text in the group text a long fucking.
Also, there's a homeless man.
Can someone deal with the fucking homeless referee?
Someone come get the referee out of my.
Someone come get. And he was literally in his referee outfit.
You know,
he had a little striped shirt. He looked like he worked at the Foot Locker.
That's crazy.
So, what the fuck does that have to do with me?
That's fucking crazy.
Well, so-and-so's not here. I'm all, okay.
You're saying a lot of words to someone who doesn't give a fuck.
I'm just thinking, like, look at how old you are and look at how old I am. Why am I helping you? Stop talking. Why don't you
go back to your wife and kids? How about that?
I was like, dude, yeah, take a shower. Anything else? You want hot water with lemon?
When my friend Natasha turned 21, we all like would pool our money together and buy a gift, and we got her a beer pong table, and like a specific table made for beer pong. It's like skinny and it's long, and it has like the cup triangle on there. It's like, you know, so we gave that to her for her 21st birthday. And I remember she was living in one of the on-campus apartments, and we were having a party at her house that night, and so she was all about opening all the windows, and like when she's cleaning and stuff, she's playing music, so she'd open the windows and like the, what do you call it? The curtains, right? She would open them. And I remember I got to her house early because we were like setting up, and we made a bunch of Jello shots, we made all this shit, and we were putting it all away. I remember we set up the beer pong table, all the cups were on there, no water in them yet, but like we were just like getting everything ready. And this fucking group of RAs walks by the window, and the main guy comes back and he goes, and he looks at my friend who was sitting by the window. She goes, like, she closed the curtain, and the window still open so you can hear us. And then he starts talking. Hello, like he's knocking.
Is this
knocking.
the mean? This is a different RA.
This is a different RA, different fucking building. He's like knocking.
Why would you open the window that faces a walkway?
That's what I fucking told her. I said, "Do close that because there's alcohol all on the."
Oh, yeah.
And so I put all the alcohol away. It was just the table. And then my friend closed the curtain really fast. And then he's literally like,
Did you hear you guys arguing inside?
yeah, and he hears us going, like we're stacking, literally stacking all the cups up. We're like, dish, 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 like snapping in the table. You know those folding tables, like the legs are loud.
Ow! Yeah,
you
pinch
have
your
to
finger.
like kick it to like lock
You
it
move
up.
that little ring.
Yeah. And we close it and we're like, dish, 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 and we're closing it up. And he's literally like, hello, like knocking. And then my friend Natasha answers the door. She goes, what's up? And then he goes, did you have a table right there? And she goes, where? Behind me? And he goes, yeah. She goes, well, I did move the other table because I'm going to have some friends over. Because, it comes with furniture and shit, some of the places. He goes, no, there was literally a beer pong table. I saw it. And she goes, there's no beer pong table here. And he heard us put it away, but like he legally can't come in because he's like, he doesn't see anything, whatever. And she was like, I mean, we're just having people over. So
If you don't want me to have fun, just
her
say
just
that.
gaslighting him,
Yeah.
even though he heard us put it away.
I'll tell you, those guys literally only get paid in room and board, and I don't even know that that's worth it.
It's not.
They need more.
It's absolutely not worth it. And
Yeah.
you don't want to be a rat. Like when
No, I
everyone knows
know.
you're an RA, they treat you differently. So it's not as fun.
It's so funny because
They don't invite you anywhere.
Yeah, every RA literally reminds me of the RA in She's the Man. Remember?
Like actually,
the
like
like
literally,
it.
They're all exactly like
Yeah.
that. They love to be
There's no paper near the Bunsen burners.
Yeah. They love the power
Yeah.
trip thing. I know some of them are just doing it so they can get nice free room and board, but most of them like love to tell people they're like hall monitors essentially.
Yeah.
And then you're a fucking narc and nobody wants to invite you anywhere.
And then like when my RA would invite me to go to like lunch and stuff, I would go. And then I realized I'm the kid that hangs out with the teacher. I need to make friends. What the fuck am I doing here? I had lunch with my RA laughing with them, talking about school. I didn't get my bread up.
Oh, dude. Also, another RA story I have is like, those little room sprays.
Why did we never visit each other? That would have been so fun.
I visited you.
No, but like just you. Like
Oh,
if I
yeah,
went to
I
like
see.
Hawaii for like a weekend or you came to Oregon.
I don't know because we were broke. That's why we didn't have any
Yeah.
money. We talked about it all the time.
It would have been
though.
so fun.
Yeah, that would have been really fun. I think you would have had. Well, also when you came with me and you were like, when I graduated and I took you out, you like didn't want to do the things that I wanted to do.
Because I didn't we lived in 2 different states, so I partied different. So
Yeah, that's what
mine
I
was like
mean.
going to bars and stuff, and hers was like
Same.
the club, and I didn't do stuff like that.
That's
Yeah.
my point. I'm saying like that stuff probably
No,
wouldn't
but I'm
have been
saying
as
like if I
fun.
came for like a football game or something,
That would've
we
been
should have
fun,
did something
yeah.
like that. That would have been really fun.
I did that with Deis. I went to Oregon and I went there. I was there alone the first couple days, and then our family met us up.
That was such a fun trip.
That was really fun. It was a blast. Those room sprays from Bath and Body Works,
Crazy.
those cover the smell of weed. For those of you that don't know,
Don't tell them that.
that's how I found out they worked. They get rid of the smell immediately. That's how I found out because I had them in the dorms, and I didn't smoke weed in college, but my best friends did. So
Okay.
got to do what you got to do.
We're gonna end on this one, guys. It's kind of a shorty episode. I'm sorry. So this next one's from Elena. She said, my freshman year roommate had a mesh caddy that would obviously get wet in the shower. She would then hang it above a pair of Crocs. After like a month, the dorm started to stink, and by October, our room was unbearable to breathe in. This girl had a puddle of mold and mildew growing in and under her Crocs. It was a nightmare.
Ew. Also a mesh caddy.
So
They
it
have
just has
plastic
holes.
ones.
Yeah.
But they have plastic ones.
I remember mine was like a little bag, but it was like it had like rainproof material in it. I don't know how to describe it. Like,
Mine was plastic.
I had a little, but I had that one, and then I would take everything out when I'd take it to my room. It was such a fucking chore taking a shower.
Yeah.
So I'd take everything out, and then I would hold it up upside down in my sink because I had a sink in my room.
Oh, I didn't have that. Mine was plastic, but I would literally I would empty it out in the sink before I went back to my room.
Yeah.
Like I would empty it
Oh,
out
before you leave the shower?
all the water. No, like because my dorm showers, they were individuals. They weren't like all showers. Does that make sense?
Mine, where I lived, it was like 4 showers, but it was like in a square. So like
remember.
you had to like make sure no one was in there because the way they were set up was so stupid.
No, mine was literally like there were like I think like 4 on each floor, and it was a shower, a toilet, and a sink.
You can close the whole door.
You close the whole door,
Yeah.
so you could like be in there alone.
Yeah. I
And
lived in Carson Hall. Whoever went to U of O.
I lived in Mokihana, which was the name of my dorm, but everybody called it Smoky Hana because for some reason all the weed smokers lived in that one, which is how I found out that spray covers the smell of weed.
Dang, you guys are so cool.
Not even me. I was the one going, blow it out the window so it doesn't stink in here. That was me.
Because I didn't smoke.
And I don't give a fuck if you smoke, but like I don't want my shit to smell like that.
No, or it'd be like, and then I'd hate when they smoke out the window, and then my window would be open, so it was just like a cartoon.
I know, which is what kept happening. Like my friends would blow out the window, and the people below me would blow out their window, and it would blow into my. It didn't matter.
Photosynthesis.
Like, it literally didn't matter. It was just a fucking revolving
Literally,
door.
it was such a mess.
And I would spray that spray, smell gone immediately. So then when the RAs came to knock on my door, I'd answer, and it doesn't smell like weed. That's a fun fact for y'all.
Life hack. New cup alert. You didn't show them this cup.
Oh yeah, my new cup alert. It's just basically one of those like knockoff Stanleys, but like this is a brand. Slim. It's S. I don't know if that's a line or if it's an L.
Oh, maybe it's SMIM. Who knows?
SSSNM.
Okay.
But it's from Target. But it's this nice cool like I think the name of the color was Dune.
Dune 2.
Doesn't it look like a dune? Anyways,
like cream.
Very good. It's literally because I was like telling Days I have to buy multiple cups like that are bigger than an average sized cup because otherwise if my cup is dirty, I just won't drink water. And if I have no bottled water in my house, I just won't drink any. Because like I'll drink like 2 glasses and then I'm like, ugh, I have to keep filling it.
I like won't drink water and then I'll be like, why does my stomach hurt all day?
Yeah, like why do I have a headache?
Yeah. Also
in college is where I found out that everyone drinks water willingly. You guys know that. That's where I discovered it. On their own accord, their own volition. Yeah. I was blown away by that.
All right. Well, thank you for watching this episode of 2 Idiot Girls. If you enjoyed it, you can listen to other episodes everywhere you can stream podcasts, and the video version is always on our YouTube channel.
Yes.
But other than that, we love you, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.